Hey, 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 everybody. Y'all do not want to hear that. All right. And we are okay. Y'all, this is our first time trying to stream live from Zoom to Facebook. I'm super excited, but thanks for tuning in. And as we wait for Perrion Hurd to join us, please share this video because you never know what good information could help and bless somebody today. I hope y'all are doing all right. Marcus, hey. Scarlett, hey. I hope y'all are having a good day or enjoying the snow. How have y'all been enjoying the snow? And I will bring Perrion on in just a second. But to go ahead and get this started, hello, everyone. It's Drika Morning, the poet, the artist, the creator, and energy curator. I'm the Arts and Education Program Manager at the Arkansas Arts Council. And you are tuned in to Art on Arkansas, which is a bi-weekly artist interview with local Arkansas artists. And today we have the luxury of having the Perrion Hurd. So I'm so excited to see all the good information we'll get to hear about from him. So let's go ahead and get this set up. Follow speaker. Yes, and I am still learning all the functionalities of this here great Zoom. So let me promote him to a panelist. There we go. And Perrion should be on in just a second. There we go. Hello, Perrion. And before I introduce, we'll let Perrion introduce himself. I did want to let you all know about some great things we have going on at the Arkansas Arts Council. So if you don't know, now you know. Poetry Out Loud, which is a national recitation poetry competition for high school students, is happening on March 13th at 9 a.m. You will be able to register to participate in the event through Eventbrite. So be sure to check our page for that link so that you can witness all the greatness that we have in Arkansas. Art on Arkansas, again, is a bi-weekly artist interview. So if you have any artists that you would like to see or would want to recommend to do one of these interviews with us, please email me at drika.morning@arkansas.gov, or you can just inbox the Arts Council here on this page and let us know your recommendation, because we want to be able to shine light on artists who don't, get the recognition they deserve, because we have a lot of greatness in Arkansas that doesn't always get to be showcased. So, hey, Perrion.
Hey, can you hear me? Oops. Oh my goodness. Can you hear me? Can you see me? This is only my second one, and your microphone. So hang on. Let me get it. Where's the? Okay, wait a minute.
Okay, you got it. There was just some delay.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I absolutely can
you see me?
Hear you. Now,
this is only my second one, and
thank you, Deborah and Ellen.
So hang on. All right, good.
This is so
got
awesome.
it. Where's the? Okay, wait a minute.
Okay, you got it. There was just yes, I absolutely can. There we go. Okay, now.
Hi.
For working with us through this technical difficulty, as I'm pretty sure y'all will experience her too. But here we are. Perrion, can you hear me?
Yes. Yes, I can.
I'm so excited. How are you feeling today? Have you been?
Fantastic. I'm having a great day. just at the workstation working on some art and just keeping the ball rolling. How you doing?
I'm great. So what I'm going to do is just roll this back from the top. So to everybody that's tuned in, thank you for tuning in. I'm Drinking Morning, the poet, the artist, the creator, and energy curator, and the Arts and Education Program Manager at the Arkansas Arts Council. You are tuned in to Art on Arkansas, which is a bi-weekly artist interview where we interview artists from all across Arkansas on a bi-weekly basis. Today we have the Perrion Hurd with us. And I'm super excited about this one because Perrion, I remember you from years ago, and I always admired your work because you had such a consistent style. Like if I seen your work, I would know it was yours. Like it's very distinctive. So I always admired that, you know, being able to have that kind of consistency and be able to create still different pieces that provoke different emotions, but to have that style, I think that's an amazing thing because not all artists get to hone in onto that. Like I personally know I'm all over the place. You know, I'm not very distinctive, but to be able to do that, I think that's very admirable. So I'll go ahead and let you, you're welcome. I'll let you introduce yourself. So if you could just tell us who you are, tell us about your medium of art and just any of the great things you want us to know in this introduction.
All right. Hello, everybody. To everyone who knows me, I'm Perrion Hurd. Well, my name's Perrion Hurd. I'm a self-taught artist working and living in Little Rock, Arkansas. I was born in Hughes, Arkansas, but I was raised in Memphis, Tennessee. I started my the beginnings of my art career when I was back in Memphis, Tennessee, producing works for friends and just practicing. But I moved to Arkansas in 2005 and just started to hone my skills as an artist while I was working other jobs. My medium is illustration. My primary medium is illustration. I love to draw. I could just draw all day long, which led to me exploring printmaking, just water-based printmaking, oil-based printmaking, which led to me getting better at it and working with other people who had, you know, a higher skill set than my own. Learning how to use printmaking presses at Yelladog Press here in Little Rock, Arkansas. And I paint. Acrylic painting is my jam. Paint pens, big paintings, that's my jam. Oil, I'm working on oil painting right now. I'm trying to get better at that. And that's pretty much it. That's murals. I just started to do murals. I want to say 2014, 2015. I took everything that I knew and started translating it into my own visual language with local murals here in Little Rock and in North Little Rock, the Argenta Arts Center, not the Argenta Arts Center, but the Argenta Arts District there. So, yeah, I'm just thank you. I'm just a guy that loves to draw, make art.
That is awesome. So before we move on to the next question, can you tell us how many murals do you have up and where exactly can we find them?
All right. So the first mural that I did here in Little Rock was a small mural that's right outside of Community Bakery. It's on the bike rack. I was working with the Drain Smart program with the Audubon Society here in Little Rock, which led to a second mural here in Little Rock, right in front of the Audubon Society. The first official mural that I did here in Central Arkansas was the Box in North Little Rock. It's in the huge parking space that's right next to the arena, right off Broadway. It's a bunch of musical people playing music, orange, yellow box. And that's the first mural that I did. So that's 1, 2, 3. Then from there, just from my drawing style, from being connected with the Drain Smart program, I got an opportunity to go to one of the meet and greets at Mosaic Templars Cultural Center here in Little Rock off 9th Street. One of their meet and greets, I met with the director, Christina Shutt, and just plugged an idea. Hey, those banners, there were some photographic banners there on the wall that had started to fade with the weather over time. And I just plugged an idea to her and said, hey, maybe one day we can do something. And eventually that day came, and we did something, and which developed into the banner project at the Mosaic Templars. There are how many? 8 murals. There are 8 murals based on themes of community, people, survival and oppression, love, success. Ooh, wait a minute, hang on. Culture. Oh, wait a minute, hang on.
Sure.
Yeah, so you just have to go see them. And those murals are tied into the Mosaic Templars rebuild that they're working on there. So I was blessed and totally grateful to have that opportunity manifest over the years. From there, I got invited to work with John Godden in North Little Rock with the Argenta Arts District, the mural program, the Argenta mural program that they have there. And I produced 4 murals for them. 2 are off 4th Street. And if you turn the corner right into that alley right behind the Thea Foundation and keep straight down, there are 2 more there. So I'm fortunate and blessed to be able to work with lots of programs and organizations and good people in the community. So more to come too. I gotta keep it tight. I can't tell everybody what I'm doing yet because working on it.
No, look, I'm with you. So I know you kind of touched on this, but can you tell us how you were first introduced to the arts? How did you get started into it?
Well, like all children, the first thing that I think that artists do is draw pictures on with crayons and on any sheet of paper that they can, and sometimes even the walls. But as far as a serious career, when I first got introduced to the arts, I was studying in Memphis, Tennessee, and I was studying in Memphis, Tennessee to become a pathologist. And I took some art classes. And my art instructor at the time said, one of my art instructors said that your style is fine. You just need to keep developing and keep working on that. Another one of my medical associates paid me my first money to produce a painting for him, and that really just set me off. It's like, wait a minute, I can make money doing this. So yeah, so this is a career, and ever since then, it's just been slowly building up the successes and slowly going higher and higher. So yeah.
And I just want to go back to what you just said when you first got paid to do art and it registered to you that, oh, wow, you can get paid for it. What were your thoughts
Totally
about?
mind blowing. It was mind blowing at the time. I was in my 20s. I was in my late 20s, and just it came out of nowhere. You know, that wait a minute, this is a possibility for me. I can actually add this into my skill set,
Right.
and make a career with the arts. So
Right.
that was
And
my
what I
first
wanted to
touch.
touch on, and just piggybacking off that point though, what I wanted to touch on was the fact that, like, did you before that moment not think that art was a lucrative career? Because I know a lot of times artists get told to have a backup plan, that you won't make money from it. So was it never like thought of as an option for you as a career?
Well, as a young husband and a young father in the 90s, you have to choose your priorities. And my priorities back then were to be a part of the workforce. I worked many jobs, many retail jobs to support myself and my family, and eventually transitioned into working at the hospital, which led me to go to school. So artists often get told that art isn't a lucrative career. That's totally untrue. Everything that's ever been made, all of the material world that we see around us outside of nature, in its rawest form, has been designed and cultivated and thought of and dreamt up by an artist. You have architects who build the houses, fashion designers who design our clothes. People design cars. This is it's art, and no, at first I thought that I couldn't make a career out of it. You have those challenges, but as time went on, and with persistence and consistency, and saying, well, maybe I can do this, or maybe I can do that. Experimentation, lots and lots of failure. I kind of somehow Forrest Gumped my way into into being an artist, and it works, and I'm happy. Yeah.
1 second. What does
Yeah.
that mean? Forrest Gump my way into it.
Yeah, it's like this mysterious path of just not giving up, surrounding myself with supportive people, people who have always encouraged me. In the beginning of my career, most people I would just ask for art supplies as gifts to produce art, so, I mean, just for myself, for my own pleasure. I very much used art in the beginning as therapy, self-healing from trauma, life trauma, pain, the silliness of being young and learning the hard way. So I used it as a communication tool to myself to try to heal what was going on inside of me, and to express myself and to connect with other people. So yeah, you can make money as an artist. Don't listen to those people. That's not true. All the young artists
Right.
out there, you can make a career out of your passion. It's just going to take you some time to put them together.
Yes, I'm definitely with you on that. Something you just said that was so profound, and I think I just might make a poem out of it. Let me write down. You said that art was a communication tool. I like that.
Yes,
because it
is the
it,
communication tool. It's the communication tool. I mean, look back at the hieroglyphics. Look back at the ancient cultures, which I love studying ancient cultures and mythologies and storytellings, and how the people who came before us lived their lives. And
Right.
art, it carries on, it carries on through time. I believe that humans were born to make art, that's how of all the creatures, and yes, there are animals on the planet who make nests and hives and things like that, as function, homes, and to store their food and to draw a mate. I believe that humans are unique in that we make art just simply for the joy of making art,
Love it.
and it makes me happy. That's why I do it. And
All right.
all right,
Definitely makes me happy. So I wanted to read some of the comments from our Facebook viewers. I would like to say hey to Patrick, Anthony, Ellen, Deborah, Marcus, Scarlett, Tina, Ebony, Blevins is tuned in, Ada. So Scarlett said, Perrion was also the signature artist for the Mosaic Templars Cultural Center last year. He did the banners on the outside of the building now. You mentioned that. This year, Perrion's artwork is on a cookie at Community Bakery. Part of the proceeds benefit Mosaic Templars Cultural Center. That's beautiful. Ada said, pleasure to see you both, Drika and Perrion. Hey, Ada. And Patrick said, Perrion is one of the hardest working artists I know. I always enjoy hearing him talk about his process and the challenges of being an artist. And Marcus just said, amazing inspiration. Anthony said, hello.
Hi.
Yay.
So, yeah.
Okay.
All
so
right,
my
what else
next
you got?
question is, right, so here we go. You just spoke on how humans were born to create art. So I want to talk about and really get into how has art really impacted your life on just, an educational, spiritual, emotional, mental level?
Well, again, in the beginning, I very much used art in the beginning, my adult life, as a therapy. I had just become a young father and just full of emotion, and just had to get all of these energies in alignment. What am I going to do? How am I going to do this? So I picked up some art supplies that I had laying around the house and just started expressing my emotions. I think I may have a few of those pieces left. I just went through my storage here, and maybe a few of those earlier pieces. So emotionally, art helped me heal and settle down as you take all of what the world is throwing at you, and all the stimulus, and my brain, at least, I'm trying to process all of the data and the stuff that's coming at, and then how can I take all of these feelings and this emotion and information and translate it into something that I can understand. So it's sort of like an alchemy, if you will. You take a one state of mind and emotion, and then you turn it into another form. Like I've got a lot of weird feelings about all of the stuff that's going on in the world today, and I try to take all of my I guess heightened emotional states and pour them from my mind in through my hands and onto I have to produce something that resonates with me. Now, a lot of my art does not reflect what's going on in the world, and that's totally intentional. Like the piece I was working on a minute ago, these little guys here are just little practice scratch boards. And
Wow, that's beautiful.
thank you. And you know, we're in the middle of a global pandemic. We're in times full of social and economic upheaval. You know, this you know, we got a 20-year snowstorm happening right now. You know, people are hurting and people are suffering right now. You know, so you know, I'm always thinking about those types of things and trying to, you know, stay level. It's not about making art to turn a buck. You know, it's about making art to stay human, I guess. You know, and you know, try to communicate what I feel and what I think to the people around me, and maybe have something to show from, you know, all of these times. It's like the purpose, you know. I guess you have to have a purpose. So I gave myself the purpose to produce art, you know, when I was younger. How has art impacted me spiritually? I'm old enough to admit that I'm being elevated to a higher purpose and a higher cause. So it's like that come on up, brother thing, you know, come on up out of there thing. Yeah, right. I'm definitely going through that redemption hero's journey cycle for sure. And I acknowledge that. And I acknowledge that it's not just me, definitely not ego. I acknowledge that the right people are being put in my life at the right time to work on the right project together, you know, and that's very important. You have to have people. You can't do it by yourself. Financially, I suppose. You know, the money's nice. It gives me the opportunity to keep to stay in the game and to keep producing art. Not only for my own pleasure, but for the community. You know, gotta keep the lights on. Gotta eat. You know, got 2 cats, kids to take care of, wife. Got a whole life going on. So the money helps big time. But it's for me is not just the money. I like having projects to work on. So it's like I did this coloring book with my friend Kate and I, and these are available at these are the designs from the these are the black and white designs from the Mosaic Templars mural project. I like working with other people and doing something good in my community. That makes me happy. That makes me, you know, that makes me happy. It really, yeah.
Collaboration. I like that. That's definitely
you got to collaborate and on collaboration. To all the young artists out there, man, I'm here to tell you, from the late 90s all the way up until I want to say 2007, 2008-ish or so, I was just a solo lone wolf. You know, it's just me and my art and my suffering and my pain and all that artist stuff. But the second I started collaborating with other artists and letting other people in and learning from other people, boom, it just literally went straight up, you know. So yeah, work with other people. All right, I'm babbling. What you got for me?
No. Look, I like how you keep pushing it along and dropping good points, you know, take up space. I appreciate it. I've literally been over here taking notes. So someone in the comments actually said the same thing that I took a note of. Tammy said, heal and stay human. So when you said making art helps us stay human, I felt that. on a deep
It's
level.
real.
Yeah,
It's really real.
yes, and Patrick said his work has changed the entire look of Mosaic Templars. That is nice. So my next question, wow, you've been dropping so many jewels and highlights already. I can only imagine how you'll answer this question, but what are a few highlights of your artist career?
Well, again, with being the signature artist at Mosaic Templars, being involved in being one of the artists that are working on the Argenta mural project in North Little Rock, working with groups and business owners like Community Bakery, and putting a mural in front of their space. Being part of the regional artist program at Crystal Bridges, and doing two printmaking demos with Crystal Bridges. I did that. Designing a T-shirt for the Arkansas Blues Society. I mean, there's just so much that I've done. I need to update my CV. And you know what? The paperwork, I got you guys. Trust me, I'll have it. I'll have a web presence in the whole nine to tell the whole storyline.
Yes.
Doing a demo at the Historic Arkansas Museum. It's just been so much. I really love the demos, though. Unfortunately, we can't do those the same way. That one-on-one personal touch. I love that. I love when people pull of their own print and take it home out of the box that I've carved out, and it's like their art. You know, it's my design, but their art. They like combine it however they want to. That really makes me happy too. So highlights. Those are just a few highlights so far, and
so
there's some more. There's some more.
Do tell.
There's more. There's why I can't tell y'all everything. I can't tell you everything.
Talented people love to be modest, you know.
Well, I mean, I don't want to like, do the braggy thing and everything. It comes off as bragging. Okay.
It's not bragging if I asked.
All right, that's cool. All right, cool. All right. What really makes me happy is when people take the time out to see the work that I produce, and they value it and they add it to their personal collections. You know, their home collection. That makes me really happy when people have started to say, hey, this is great and it's valuable. I have to have that. So I mean that's hard to resist. That's hard to not not be happy for and proud of. So I right now I'm looking forward to this snow melting, the pandemic coming down, and to get back to being involved in the community. With local groups and statewide groups and a few national groups and individuals, of course, to keep this thing rolling and just connect more and get out there a bit more. Yeah.
Okay, well, I love it. So to everybody that is out there still watching, please share this video again, because Perrion is a talented artist and he's been dropping jewels over here. Actually, if you've been listening, he's said some really profound things. So be sure to, if you just look down in the corner of your phone or your laptop and push that share button so we can get more eyes on this artistic prize. Thank you all for staying on here with us this far, for this long. If you have any questions, comments, drop them in the comments and I will read them and pose the questions to Perrion. Patrick said Perrion's opening last January was the last great live art event I attended in 2020 before the pandemic. I miss people. Me too.
Me too.
Scarlett said, well, she asked two questions. How can people look at and buy your work?
Well, right now, I don't have a web presence like a website and or store proper because I've had to adjust just like everyone else due to the pandemic. Had to stop my printmaking process and purge smaller works and things out of the studio that I have at the Bodark, which the building, it's the building that Yelladog Press, the printmaking studio that I work out of here with Kate Askew, and people can come visit my studio. Plenty of space, mask friendly, and because I miss people, like we just said. I want to see your face and your presence, but it's snowing now. So in lieu of that, I do occasionally post a picture on my Instagram profile, Hurdwiredstudios, and of course my Facebook page, Hurdwiredstudios. And that seems to be working for now. And let's see, how else can you see some of my art? Just ask me and I'll show you.
Yeah,
Just
so
ask and hey, what you got? I'll show you, and if you want it, you can buy it, and that's cool.
Right. Hey,
Yeah.
and Scarlett, are you able to drop a link in the comments, or Perrion, if you can drop a link to your page? You said Hurdwired
Studios.
I like what you get there. See,
you're an artist. Yes, thank you. Yes.
And Scarlett asks, what is next for community development, connecting more, etc.?
Ooh. Well, what's next for community development? I think that over the past few years, from my observation, I think that we've done a lot of I want to say that the area has really gone hard with putting public art, making public art, putting it out there for people, and giving local and statewide artists the opportunity to participate in putting murals up and making statues and temporary installations and things of that nature. I think that what I would love to see is more engagement from local businesses. I'd love to see more pop-up shops when that comes. I miss things like the farmers market, and we've all had to adjust from that. I had that planned, but pandemic, which was a pandemic, no. So I would love to see more call to artists. I would love to see more artists of different styles participate. Just come on out there, man. Go ahead and just submit your art, and you might, who knows, you might be the one that gets picked. If anyone has any advice, needs any advice from me, or wants to collaborate, I'm more than happy to collaborate and work with other artists. I miss live shows. I think that once we get this, once we get back on track with this whole pandemic thing, I think we'll be back on slowly back on point with community with the community.
Thank you. And another question Scarlett had is, are you still working with Yelladog? I think you just mentioned that.
Yes, I was just up there the other day before the first snow, just to assess a few things and figure out what I'm going to do next, and figure out what my next moves are. Kate Askew at Yelladog Press has an excellent printmaking shop. I highly recommend people coming in, make an appointment with Kate, come in, do a tour. If my studio is right above that, so anytime I'm there, you can just give me a call. I'm usually there from 10 to 4-ish, because I treat this is my job. I get up and go to work at my studio. And anytime I'm there, you guys are more than welcome to come by and look at not just my studio, but you can go downstairs and we'll show you the printmaking studio. And, you might walk out with a few Yelladog Press prints, swag bags. We love that type of stuff. It's fun. Yeah.
Patrick.
It's fun. Yeah. Yeah.
Patrick, Drika shames me as a web host. Her show is 60 minutes to my Wayne's World. No, Patrick, great job. 3 times. Okay, and my next question is, which is one of the most important questions, how important do you think art is in education?
Gotta have it. Plain and simple. Plain and simple. I wouldn't be the artist that I am today without art in school. It just has to be there. For me, growing up in downtown Memphis, and the schools back in the 70s, the 80s, and the 90s had robust art and craft skills program, alternative skills program. Some children were born to be musicians. I was in the band, second trumpet, and eventually went on to become the drum major for the high school band. I took drafting classes, just with the drafting tables and the whole nine, architecture, that sort of thing, the Frank Lloyd Wright type stuff. I took those classes in junior high school. There was always a shop, a wood shop, in high school. Auto mechanic shops. You have to, those are the arts. There used to be home ec classes. That's an art. Prepping you for culinary. Culinary skills. That those arts in school is crucial. It's crucial for the development of young minds. It gives the young mind alternative ways of thinking, and processing information, critical thinking, problem solving. It just plain has to happen. I would love to participate in some local arts programs here at school. Whatever I can do, however I can help and link up, I'm more than happy to participate with that. And I think it's good for the young students and students of all ages to be able to see an artist who's doing the art. You got to see it to be it. So that counteracts the art isn't a real career thing. And, you know, and who says you just have to do one kind of art? You know, I mean, I like music too. I can beatbox. I can write a little rhyme, you know, and you know, and all that jazz. But
Okay.
I focused on visual arts because that's how I choose to communicate. So you gotta have it. Plain gotta have it.
All right. So can we get a beatbox and a rhyme real quick?
Not real quick though. No,
Take your time.
maybe later. No, maybe later. Maybe
Are you
later.
sure? I can make the beat. I can
But
make the
that's for
beat.
another time. I'm seeing these poetry jams coming back now. I'm inspired. I'm
Yeah.
inspired by the poetry that's coming out
Yeah.
now. And I might have to go ahead and write a little something down myself.
I was
I
gonna ask
see.
if you did poetry. You are real poetic. Like
Thank you.
I've been taking notes. And
Yeah,
speaking of,
yeah.
we do have our
I used to I used to I used to hang out at the poetry joints back in Memphis. Shout out to the Precious Cargo crew from back in the day. I hope
I
y'all
can
are
tell.
doing well. So yeah, yeah. So
And
I love the work that's going on at the House of Art over in North Little Rock.
yes,
Great poetry slams there too. So
yeah,
yes, yes.
we have so many great poets here in Arkansas. So my last question is, and this interview has been really great. Like I don't think I've had one this long. What
Okay.
advice would you give to any upcoming artists?
Believe in yourself. Don't give up on yourself. Work on your art. Be easy to work with. Show up on time and do the best art that you can. Okay, real simple. Okay, you got try to always be learning. If you can't go to college, go to the library, get you a library card.
Yay!
Same information is there. It's literally the same information there. Okay, self-teach if the opportunity isn't there. Self-teach. Every day is a school day, but the most important thing that an artist has to have is persistence and discipline.
Wow.
You just have to develop a discipline. Yes, you're going to have to work some jobs you're not going to want to work. I'm sorry. This is just what being grown is about. But don't stop making your art too. Yes, that job may pay all the money and get you set up for life, you know, but
Right.
also do your art too. One is for your the jobs, jobs. Those are to feed you, to take care of your family and your responsibilities and things like that. The art, that's for your soul. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. And what happened for me is one day the job became the side hustle and the art changed into the job. So I wish that for all of you. I wish one day that you can find that thing that you can do and only you can do that makes you shine on the inside and the outside. And I pray that you all have the courage to share it with other people. So
Wow.
yeah, that's pretty
Wow.
much it.
And you know what? for everybody that has not been tuned in the whole time, you really have to go back and watch this interview, especially if you are an artist and you just need some more inspiration to keep pushing. Perrion made some really great points that I would actually like to recap in this moment because I just think they are worth noting. So again, please, if you are watching, drop some comments, some words of affirmations. Let us know what you like about Perrion in the comments. As artists, we love feedback, but also to share this video. And I'm about to share, I think I have like 8 or 9 points that really stood out in this interview. And I just want to put them all in this one section so you can go back and look at it. So 1, Perrion said, making art keeps us human. So if you want to be human, make some art today, whether that be drawing, writing a song, painting a picture, pottery, whatever art medium you want to explore, do that. Because if you're not human, then you know what else. No. Number 2, he said, art is for your soul. All right, so we have to be fed as humans, and I really feel that on a spiritual level. I won't keep expounding, but yes, art is for your soul. 3, if you are an artist and that's what you want to do with your life, it is possible. And one thing I think people forget is, we can show up for our 9 to 5s regularly, but we won't show up for ourselves regularly. Perrion said, as an artist, he gets up. And his work day is from 10 to 4. So you have to treat your entrepreneurial journey as an artist just like a 9 to 5. So you need to wake up every day, 9 to 5, or whatever hours you want to set, and work on growing your art. I think that's very, very important. And that goes into the point he made about being disciplined and persistent. All right. And the only way you can do that is if you really commit yourself to being in alignment with your journey. 4, I don't think I'm on number 4. I'm not even gonna do numbers. The next thing he said, if you can't go to college, go to the library. Wow. Go to the library. That makes so much sense. If there's anything you wanted to develop on, like, you can go find the information for yourself. And this helps, this next point that I'm gonna make, where he talked about that art is important in education because it helps, cultivate the creative thinking in children, helps them to be better problem solvers, and know how to better develop their, challenge their thinking.
It
And
rounds them out. It rounds them out.
right, it rounds them out. But I think, again, and this is how I feel about art too in education, is that it allows students to be creative and create things outside of the norm. Instead of them just being told what to learn, they get to be challenged on how they want to learn and create in this world. So with art teaching you how to be solution-based, it goes back to that point, is if you can't go to college, then go to the library. A lot of times we love to give up if we feel like we've hit a wall, like, oh, I can't work out because it's snowing outside. But it's just like, okay, it's snowing outside, but you're still in the house. You can go exercise on the living room floor. You can make weights out of some water bottles. Like, there's so many other things you can do. Yes. So art challenges you to think beyond the norm, to not hit that wall and create these imaginary boundaries for yourself, because a lot of times we will do that. If we can find an excuse, we'll take it. So art helps you to be solution-based. And those are some really good points that came from this interview. Perrion, I'll let you wrap up with some last comments and let people know how they can find you or what's next for you.
All right. Again, I'm Perrion Hurd. Email address is perrionh@yahoo.com. You can find me on Facebook, my Facebook page, Hurdwiredstudios. You can find me on Instagram, Hurdwiredstudios. My office hours are 10 to 4-ish. Sometimes that changes. I'm more than happy to work with people in the community. give advice for young artists and to collaborate with artists who are working on their crafts and still developing their crafts. More than happy to work with business and educational leaders in the community, and the groups that are doing public art here. If you need me, I'm around. I want y'all to be safe and be careful out here, and please take care of yourselves. And if you love somebody, tell them, show them today, and make good art. Whatever you do, make some good art today. You can do it. I believe. Yes.
Yes. And Ebony said, I've always admired Perrion's drive, focus, and discipline. I always feel like I'm slacking when I'm around him.
Don't be like that, E. No, don't do that. No, work in your own time. Work in your own time and work in your own rhythm. Your rhythm and your time is not like mine. I've just trained myself for 25 years to work on my art every day, no matter what. And it's a commitment. It's like legit a relationship that I'm having with the craft, with the muse. Wow. And it's love, it's a love affair with the art muse.
Okay, so relationship I'm having with the muse. I'll write that down too. And Rex DeLong is tuned in and he said, good job, Perrion. So thank you again.
Thank you.
And I hope you have a great, wonderful rest of the day. Go outside, make a snowman, but be safe. All right.
Yes. All right, will do. Bye, y'all.
Right.
Y'all take care. Thank you for having me. I appreciate you.
You're welcome. And my last comments for everybody out here still watching, we do have Poetry Out Loud. The Poetry Out Loud workshop series is still happening on February 27th. We will have Stacey McAdoo and Dr. Marquise No, we won't have Stacey McAdoo. We will have Coffee Davis and Dr. Marquise McFerguson on February 27th from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. If you check the Arkansas Arts Council's Facebook page, you can find the event where you can go register on Eventbrite to participate in the workshop. And we have one on March 6th, which will be led by Osiris Bali. Definitely, this is for all ages. So literally, if you want to bring your children, your grandma, grandpa, everybody is welcome to this poetry workshop. So again, if you have anybody that you'd like to recommend for Art on Arkansas, just send us a message and I would love to get them on here. So again, have a nice day and enjoy this weather.
Bye, y'all. Take care.
Okay.